Are you excited? I'm excited. Let's go see what's going to be my darkroom. So let's take a look at the room as it is now. A lot of furniture, still in boxes, my enlarger still in its protective case, trays, a few bits that are harking back to when this was my kids' nursery. Obviously it's now going to be a darkroom and I'm very excited about getting it set up. So in this video I wanted to show you the original plans. Here is my trusty notebook in which I drew out, first of all my dimensions, and I made note of all the considerations that I would need to make, such as the wallpaper, the carpet, the fact that there wouldn't be any plumbing in here, but we are just round the corner from the bathroom, so that's where I'll wash prints. As you can see, it's got beautiful wallpaper, so that means I can have nothing that's wall mounted, so no holes in the walls. I'm not going to be putting up any whiteboards or anything where I can hold notes. I also must be careful of the carpet because that's brand new too. It was pretty old carpet when we moved in and we put new carpets down when this was supposed to be the nursery. The carpet will stay, but I'll have to put down perhaps a dust sheet or something whilst I'm working with the enlarger and with the chemical so that we don't get any splashes on the carpet. I then drew a scale diagram of the room, including setting out where I wanted the furniture to go, what sort of furniture I wanted. And as you can see from this, I originally was going to have two separate workspaces. The idea being that this would be my darkroom area where my trays would be set out, my enlarger, and then the opposite wall would be my craft area. So obviously these things don't always go to plan, and I realised that I perhaps didn't draw my scale drawing too well, and I just felt that there would not be enough room between these two workspaces. So that's why we changed having it as one big work table. The enlarger would be out permanently, the developing trays are stored up on top of the cabinet and I can just get them out when I want them. Easy peasy, no problem. I wanted to build my own furniture, as in buy the wood, buy the screws, fully design it, and I did do some designs. Let me see if I can find that in my trusty notebook. So I did do some sketches of what I was hoping for. So you can see I've got some shelves at the back of a large work table, and then this would have been the darkroom bench with some lockable cabinets underneath. It was just so cost prohibitive to do that, and on top of that I just felt that with everything else that I do, I wouldn't be able to get it built very quickly. It would take me months and months and months, and after Patterson kindly sent me my enlarger and all the things that I would need to get the darkroom up and running, I just didn't feel that it was fair to make them wait that long before I started using it. The first thing I did was think about the furniture that I already have that I could use in this room. So behind me, the chest of drawers was already here. That was actually the changing table for my sons, so that's now my storage. My next option was to search the various local selling pages to see if I could get what I wanted secondhand rather than buying new. Unfortunately, there just wasn't anything available, so my next option was to start thinking about what companies I could use to purchase new, and IKEA was top of my list, not just because their prices are quite reasonable, but because they do actually have some really good sustainability policies. For example, I know that they are making efforts to reduce the waste that's created in their packaging. They're looking at various different alternatives to things like polystyrene, using, I think it's mushrooms. But for all the packaging that I received on the furniture I bought, it was all cardboard or paper. There was very minimal plastic, and the plastic that was used was recycled, as in created recycled. The other thing that I know that IKEA are doing is aiming to create replacement parts and recycling schemes so that you can take back broken furniture to be reused. In terms of the products that I chose, I opted for things that were solid wood or metal, untreated, so no laminate. So my table is solid wood. The shelving that I use is really just their bog standard cheap stuff, but it's completely untreated wood. So if I wanted to, I could paint it, but I'm just going to leave it as it is. Same with the table, nice solid wood, solid wood bench. So all the boxes that came around the parts of the enlarger and the accessories that Patterson sent me, I have kept to one side in a basket down there, and I'm going to be making my dodging and burning tools out of these. I have also recently used, in a video that's going to be coming up soon, one of the Patterson boxes to protect the table while doing some anthracite printing. A lot of the containers that I'm using are old takeaway Tupperware containers. I've also got some old jam jars, and my sister has lovingly crocheted me things to go around them. So, trying to reuse. A lot of consideration went into how we would black out the window. It was important whatever we chose did not ruin the work that has already gone into the plastering and the painting of the area around the window. What we've chosen is a travel blackout blind. Essentially what you do, so you have this piece of material which is wide enough for many windows with a rough edge. There's no hemming or anything on it. You cut it to the size of your window, and then you use Velcro strips which you attach to the plastic surround on your window frame, and you can just put the blind up. It also means that if we want to work in here with daylight, so doing art things at the table, I can take it down and we can have all of that daylight coming in as well, so it's nice and easy. So now that I'm all set up, I'm wondering whether you have any tips on ways that I can reduce my environmental impact in the darkroom, or any ideas on what I should begin with. What should I first print? Please let me know in the comments below, or contact me at School of Holly on Instagram.